I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder.
Oh, yeah, the
palace would be packed with his companions.
a very vivid imagination. It's very beautiful, though. And a random cat. A random giant cat.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising me.
The wise Calico. I want a wise Calico to advise me on things. Look at that, Molly. I figured it was named Molly. Oh, great wise Molly.
His prince waited, holding his crown.
He's so going to die. We already knew that.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh no! The guillotine. Oh no! Oh no!
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My goodness. This game,
My brother
man.
was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah, I know. This game, man. Dawn and Edie are the only ones. Dawn and Edie. My mom and my grandma. How is this game gonna end? Goodness. And I'm 22 weeks pregnant.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder.
Yeah, all this history in this house.
I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
This is where we lived. Edith, Mom. This is where we lived. At the upper
My
highest
mom ended up
parts
leaving
of the
everything
house.
behind.
O God, you have called your servants to ventures, of which we cannot see the ending, by paths as yet untrodden, through perils unknown. Give us faith to go out with good courage, not knowing where we go, but only that your hand is leading us and your love supporting us. Through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Sanjay Kumar. Oh, that's my dad. Disaster relief. Sanjay Kumar, evac specialist. Relief provides sustain. Our dad seemed really cool. He was really handsome. We had a really handsome dad. To teach and to learn. Dawn Finch. She wrote a book?
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
Edith, this is our room. I left all my toys behind.
But it had to end one way or another.
We're
All
at the
that's
very
left
top
now
of the
is
house.
to tell you about that last night.
Edith. My room. I can see my pregnant belly, too. I'm gonna leave my journal here. I'm gonna write, and I'm gonna leave my journal here.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
To our final night together, and all our final nights apart.
Grandma, You know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Oh boy. It's that night that we left. When I was 11, I think.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
So I knew about the entrance to the library. Where everyone's buried in, apparently.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
The curse.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories!
Why are your children dead because of stories?
I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
To escape from the curse.
We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Oh my. History of the Finches by Edith Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born.
Interesting.
That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean.
Oh, their old house.
They called
There's
it
their
the
old house.
lowest tide in 1,000 years.
So we get to go back to the
God,
original
it
house.
smelled awful.
That
No.
sank.
I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it.
Yeah, because it sank, and now it's...
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Like the stag.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me.
Whoa.
Or maybe I came back to them.
So this
Things
us
I
is Edie.
can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine!
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
I never got to find out, but she had written me
The next
until
morning,
now.
the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone.
She was already gone.
After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
My
A few
hand is
years
a
went by.
dolphin.
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Okay. Dawn Finch.
She got better for a while. And then she didn't.
Oh, Mom.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Oh my gosh. The last Finch left alive, and I'm still young.
Until I found
and
out
pregnant.
about you.
Yes.
I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things.
Yeah.
But as it is,
Where did this...
I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes.
When did I want to know where this curse came from.
Appreciate how strange and brief all of this is.
Yeah. Or is
This
if it
journal
even
was
is a
supposed to be
curse.
for you,
But it's actually for me.
but now I hope you'll never see it. I just
Oh.
want to meet you and tell you all these
Oh.
stories myself.
Oh, she's afraid that
But I
she's
guess
gonna
if you're
die.
reading this now,
Yeah.
things didn't work out that way.
Oh, that's so heartbreaking. Because she feels she's afraid she's gonna die as young as
This
all
is
her
where
other
your story
relatives.
begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Edith Finch, February 14th, 1999, January 18th, 2017. That's my son! That's my son! How did I die, though? Did I get sick, too? Did Edith get sick, also? I'm confused. I don't know. I don't understand this ending. A Story by Giant Sparrow. For Shirley Dallas, 1948-2013. I'm very confused. I don't understand. Ian Dallas, creative director. Joshua Sarfate, technical director. I like all these photos, though. Chelsea Hash, Brandon Martinowicz. The End of Everything. Chris Bell. Edith. Oh, and we're going down all the levels of the house. Michael Kwan. Interesting. So here's my immediate feelings after playing this game. A lot of confusion. I don't know yet if I like it. let me be completely honest. I'm not sure if I like it yet. There were a lot of really neat artistic things that was going on with the game. Like, I really loved how each story was unique. The game mechanics of each story was unique. You know, I loved like the kite thing. I loved like the bathtub with the dancing, you know, rubber ducky and the frog and all that good stuff. It was all very unique, each one. And so from an artistic standpoint, I loved that aspect of it, just because you never knew what was going to happen next and how the next story was going to unfold and how it was going to be presented. But there's always that feeling of dread that you knew that at some point something's going to happen that ends up killing off that character, that next member of the Finch family. I think the part of the game that I just don't understand is that I'm not sure I understand the point. I feel like at face value, the point is about life and death and how we should all be grateful for what little time we have in this world and appreciate, whatever little time we have with each other. Appreciate the fact that death is a part of life, and it shouldn't be something that we should necessarily be afraid of or dread, because it's just, circle of life and all that. But I'm leaving this game just not feeling satisfied. Like, I'm leaving this game not feeling... It was interesting in many parts, but the whole time felt creepy. It felt creepy, but it was not presented in a creepy way. Like, it felt like I didn't understand what the game was trying to be or what the story was trying to be. I felt very disoriented, and I just could never fully grasp and understand what... It's like looking at a painting and just being completely... the painting just goes over your head. You're like, I don't know if I like this piece or not. I don't know if I like this painting or not. It's looks beautiful, but also disturbing at the same time. It's the end. 2012 to 2017. It's like, it's interesting and intriguing, but at the same time, the replay a story option is available. Select Edith to play from the beginning. And I don't know. I just am not, my mind is not sophisticated enough to get it, that it just went over my head. I'm curious, like, what, those of you who are watching, if you have not read an explanation of this game and are just making guesses or thoughts or theories on your own, what is your thoughts on this game? Did you like it? Did you understand what the point was or what the meaning was? Other things about the game that kind of bothered me is that it never really explained where did this curse from, where does this curse come from. I don't think it explained to us where the curse came from, and it never solved the mystery of what happened to Milton. We just know that he disappeared, but we never really figured out how he disappeared. Did the family just wake up one morning and found him gone? Did he run away? Did they go somewhere and they think maybe he was kidnapped? It sounded like he ran away, and that was just never solved. The whole Barbara thing, was I didn't know what to think of that, because it sounded like it was fake, but at the same time it sounded like there were elements of truth to the story of what happened, and she ended up with an ear. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Yeah. I'm very curious to find out what about this game made a lot of people recommend it to not only just me in general. This is a game that's recommended a lot, I think. A lot of people seem to /recommend this game, and I think it won a lot of recognition, garnered a lot of awards or recognition. I don't understand it beyond the like I said, beyond the interesting storytelling elements. It is a beautiful game, but I don't know if it's a game that I personally would recommend to a lot of people. I think that it's an interesting experience, but I can't honestly say that I enjoyed it. Am I glad I played it? I guess. I mean, it's not... I didn't hate it. I didn't hate playing it. It's just I think the problem is I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. And I don't understand how Edith died. She said that, I mean, I guess we're supposed to imply that somehow the curse killed Edith. We don't know how the curse killed Edith, but it did, because everyone in this family apparently is doomed to die fairly young, with some exceptions, like Edie and Dawn lived relatively older. Sam lived relatively older, and Walter did too, but like he spent 30 years of his life in fear, locked under the house. So, you know, that's not much of a life at all. We have no idea about what will happen to the curse now that Edith's child is, you know, apparently looks like they're a young adult or about to become a young adult. It just didn't have a... It just kind of left you feeling like, I don't know, it just felt like very open-ended and not in a good way for me. Open-ended and not in a good way. It didn't even feel like it was left there for interpretation at the end, because I don't really know what you're supposed to interpret. I don't know. This game is an enigma to me. I don't understand it. I don't. If anyone of you guys can explain it, please do. I'm very much interested in finding out what the game is, what the point of the game is, and what is it about the game that a lot of people really love or like about it, besides the things that I said so far. It felt a lot like Gone Home. And there were definitely parts of it that I thought were a lot better executed than Gone Home. But Gone Home's ending actually felt like there was some meaning and purpose to Gone Home, you know, and the ending, while it wasn't like an obvious ending, it still felt like an ending, whereas this one just felt like there were so many unanswered questions. It didn't feel like complete. I think that's what I should say. The story itself didn't feel complete, if that makes sense. And maybe it's not supposed to be feeling complete. Maybe that's the point. Maybe we're just missing the whole point again. I don't get it, so I'm just missing the point. Anyway, I'm very much looking forward to what all the comments are gonna say. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this Let's Play of mine. Thank you to everybody who recommended that I play this game. I'm intrigued if you recommended that I play this game. What about this game I'm curious, made you recommend it to me? I'm not saying that to be accusatory at all. Please don't feel that way. I'm just curious, what is it that led you to recommend it and why? Because I'm very puzzled. I'm very puzzled. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, love yourselves and love each other.